Aerodrome Finance, critical moment to be prepared for. My name is mikemadz. Let's start this video. Before we start the video, please do me a huge favor. Please like, comment below. Let me know, are you buying Aerodrome here? Are you selling? Did you take any profits here? The more people like this video, the more people will see and hear about Aerodrome. So super important. And of course, subscribe. Let's start. All right, let's jump straight into it, especially here as Aerodrome is at critical support levels. I want to push out this video as fast as possible. The biggest question I'm getting currently is that, is Aerodrome dead? Should I sell my bag? Is the hype over? Should I wait for the next cycle? And of course, the answer here straight to the point is no, guys. Of course, it's not dead. And I can prove that with the metrics as always. So let's take a look at the metrics here. First things first, guys, the volume on Aerodrome. Aerodrome is soaring on base. Aerodrome has surpassed $3 billion in trading volume on base. It took 5 months here to reach the first $1 billion and just 2 months to hit the $3 billion mark. This is extremely bullish, guys, extremely healthy, and just simply shows you it makes sense to use Aerodrome here. Okay, the liquidity mining incentives are huge, up to 200-300%. So it makes sense to use Aerodrome even in bearish phases like this. So volume-wise, nothing to worry about. Next thing up, we have the voting rewards here for people who lock their Aerodrome in order to receive this AERO. This week marks 5 record-breaking epochs in a row, with Aerodrome reaching $7 million in weekly voting rewards. As you can see here, epoch for epoch, we have increase in fees and incentives. We have a growing base of core users who are locking their Aerodromes up to 4 years here in order to vote. So this here clearly shows you more and more users week by week. So this marks an all-time high here, a staggering all-time high of $8 million in weekly rewards here to voters on Velodrome and Aerodrome DeFi this past week. This is more revenue, guys, than PancakeSwap, Curve, Balancer, Trader Joe, Camelot, and Sushi combined, guys. The MetaDex moment has arrived. Guys, if this doesn't make you bullish here, I don't know what to tell you. Not everything is about price. As I always say, price can be manipulated by people taking profit, market makers, news, overall sentiment. This is why it's always important to have a cash position or to be content with your position size and with your position entry. And most importantly, the most important thing is have conviction in the project you're invested in. Have no conviction. And if you have no data to back it up, you most probably will be shaken out as you think this is just simply a pump and dump, especially if it's your first cycle. So metric-wise, everything is looking extremely bullish here. 2 more things here I want to cover before we get to the price action is that there's many new projects launching weekly almost here on Aerodrome. You can follow that and check that out on Twitter or X yourself here. Massive amounts of projects here launching on Aerodrome and no signs of slowdown here. And one of the most important comparisons to Uniswap, which we compare our price targets to, is this right here. While several established DeFi projects have deployed on Base, the native projects on Base, like Aerodrome, have garnered a significant market share. Aerodrome is the largest DEX on Base by TVL, and now mark this, has generated almost the same amount of fees as Uniswap recently, a notable achievement considering Uniswap is deployed on 16 chains. Guys, this is absolutely mind-blowingly bullish. If Base and Aerodrome manage to keep up the pace we're currently in here, volume-wise and metric-wise, we are in for a huge surprise here in this bull market. So don't be shaken out. The metrics still look super bullish and healthy. And of course, the narrative, the base narrative did not die here. We are taking a breather currently. Yes, for sure. As I will show you with the price action here shortly. But the most important thing is the narrative and the metrics are still on point and are actually improving. All right, let's get to the most important thing here, seemingly for most people, and this is, of course, the price action of Aerodrome. As recently, of course, you have noticed here, we are in a correction. The entire market is correcting. We have war scares here, and of course, Aerodrome is also correcting with that. Now here, the best case scenario, in my personal opinion, is that we already bottomed here. First of all, we are down 42% roughly. Second of all, we are at crucially important support levels here that could be a reversal point if the entire market here flips bullish again. If the entire market flips bearish again, we of course have a worst case scenario, which I will cover shortly here. Now, what I personally did here, what I did with my Aerodrome position is that I took profit here. I took around $10,000 or 10,000 euros of profit simply because I had 5-figure profit here within 5 days. And the most important factor is I needed a cash position, guys. This doesn't mean I'm bearish on Aerodrome. This doesn't mean I'm giving up on Aerodrome. This is just simply my personal finance position here, as I needed the cash position here in order to reap the benefits if we dip even lower from here. So This bag right here, 16,000 AERO tokens here, I will not touch anymore. I'll ride this back to the top of the bull market here, and this is currently my AERO position. Again, not the biggest, not the smallest position, but if you look at the price potential here for Aerodrome to the upside, this can turn into substantial amounts. So of course, I want to keep you updated on that, but I wanted to be transparent with my position and what I'm currently doing. Does this mean you should go ahead and take profits? If you're still on the green and if you want to take some of the table here in order to DCA if we dip lower, that's perfectly fine. If you want to sell your position because you're scared here, that's usually not the best thing to do. Have a plan, stick to it, and execute accordingly. Alright, this is not clickbait, as you always should be ready for more downside risk. Whether it's going to be mentally here in order not to be shaken out, or it's going to be ready with your cash position in order to scoop up more AERO tokens. Okay, this does not mean again that I'm bearish, but you always have to prepare for each scenario, guys, okay? Otherwise, you're just simply relying on hope, and hope is not a strategy. Now, as I said, we are currently at critical support levels here for Aerodrome, around the level of $1.36 here. If we have multiple weekly candles below this level here, close confirmed weekly candles, I expect, unfortunately, for Aerodrome to retest this liquidity zone right here. So minimum 90 cents, but most probably consolidate around the level of around 70 cents, guys. As you can see here, this run up right here was a massive liquidity run up. So this is not a real support area. The real support starts to kick in at around the level of 90 cents. Now, this only happens, in my personal opinion, if Bitcoin dumps even further, if you have some sort of black swan event, or we simply have summer lull months here for crypto in general, which usually in May, things start to slow down until the end of the summer. Be prepared for it, guys. Just simple. I'm not bearish on the project, as I showed you with the metrics, but you have to be ready for each scenario. And this is the only way to go about here in crypto, in my personal opinion. Now, how would this look like? Let's say we have this correction to the downside. This area down here will be the area where most weak hands are shaken out. Most newbies gave up on crypto, and this will be exactly the area where we consolidate. And then we move up from here with a new solid base of holders here, conviction players, in order to ride new highs. Now, this is only my personal opinion. Of course, things don't need to play out this way. As I showed you, I have my bag ready. So if we bounce from here, I'm fine. If we have a larger correction, I'm simply gonna buy more. This is the only way to survive those crazy volatile times here in crypto, in order to really reach those benefits here once we reach that $5, $10, $15 level for Aerodrome. So don't be shaken out. If you have questions, ask me down below. Comment below, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. At the end of the day, guys, be bullish on yourself. That yields the most returns. Do your own research, super important. And the most important thing is, as always, don't get giving up from blue tops like Mars Simpson, just hard discipline, pot simmering, cooking up, no rocks in the pan, watching the plan form in the sand, bidding castles out of thoughts in our head, late nights, no sleep in my bed, trying to see my dreams manifest. Look at that, now look at that, we nice. Put the past on ice.